I'd buy that for $1.
On to other fucking annoying things.
Too true.
So, rumor has it not only was it Jonathan Majors' legal issues that got Kang removed from Phase 5 and 6, it was also the fact that people just weren't interested in Kang.
No.
Right?
Oh. It couldn't be
Dear
the Kang's
God,
a
he was the most
stupid-ass
popular
character.
villain of all time. Just like Beyonce got the best music video of all time.
I was never a huge fan of Kang in the 80s and 90s. Kang was not like a big thing in the 90s at all. Like, I don't think he had a big role in general.
The only reason I ever knew who Kang was because of the old Secret Wars toy line. And I saw an action figure in the store one day, and I'm like, who's that?
Yes. Because he was like naked and looked weird, but his face was blue.
Yeah. Like green and purple with a blue face. Okay. Whoever designed this guy was obviously colorblind. Moving on.
And high on acid or something.
Yes. Well, that was Jack Kirby.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Hey, he came up with some cool shit, though.
I'm just waiting for people to be like, Jack Kirby didn't do drugs. The New Gods is a natural. Anyway. Perfectly natural.
Just natural.
Especially Big Barda. Anyway.
Oh, no. It's all about Calabac and Desaad, man.
Oh, okay. God, yeah, the hair.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to go watch Super Friends now. God damn it.
Good stuff.
So,
but that's why they brought back. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the only other thing with Doom is they are altering, snipping, if you will.
Yeah.
The relevance of Reed and Victor's relationship in the Fantastic Four. So basically what we're hearing is Doom is going to be the big bad. He's going to erase the multiverse. We know that the big bad is coming. So just like with when Tony knew that Thanos was coming, Reed's going to be the one to find out that Doom is coming, and he's going to be the one to try to stand and stop Doom. It's not going to be that they had a relationship in college. There's not going to be the accident. There's not going to be the hellbent for revenge. Golly, that's a missed opportunity. I think right there they're fucking themselves.
Yep.
I don't agree with this at all.
Like taking Doom out of that family equation, you're lessening Marvel's first family. Doom's part of that family, one way or the other. He is shit. He's Val's godfather.
He named her.
Yeah. So, you know,
it's a crux of the whole goddamn dynamic, and you remove that. It's like, yo, how do you make that up? You got to balance it somehow, and they're just not gonna.
No.
Yeah, you're taking away his relevance, I think, in a way.
Well, there's got to be that familial connection. They're even calling this first fucking steps, and they're the first family of Marvel. Like, well, they're firstly fucking it up right now. I mean, you know, some people have the argument, hey, let's wait and see. Like, you know, anybody who's grown up at all with Fantastic Four knows this is a bad idea. You could be on par with it, and I could be proven wrong when it comes out. Like, we could see this and be like, you know, that actually works. This is pretty dope. But my initial thought is like, this is a bit of a turnoff.
So I think this is going to be like Heath Ledger's Joker. It's not going to be Dr. Doom, but it'll probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't have no doubt that RDJ is going to be very good as Dr. Doom. I have no doubt about that. But he's going off of Pedro Pascal, who is as plain and vanilla and stupid as you can get as an actor. Like, Tony's going to run circles around him on screen. That's not even going to be funny.
No. Yeah, at first I was looking forward to Fantastic Four. The images that we saw from San Diego Comic-Con, especially that fucking fantastic car, just everything I've been seeing since then has just been. I mean, my expectations are now in the negatives,
Ooh.
if that's
Mm,
even possible. And just to go off what you were saying, Kev, Reed and Victor are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just having that whole thing start with them not even in each other's orbit is fucking asinine. So this is Um, I am not gonna be wasting my money at the theaters for this unless I see some just like stellar fucking reviews. And even then I probably won't.
Yeah.
Like, you want my money, you got to give me something fucking awesome. And I don't want just a visual spectacle. I want a good fucking story.
Well, and if rumors are to be believed with the Fantastic Four that they're going to be coming out with first, Robert Downey Jr. is shooting all of his scenes solo. He is not actually playing off any of the cast. He's doing that separately from the entire shooting and production. So he is only going to be in the movie just a little bit.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, it makes sense,
He-
but if people
he's-
are going there just to watch him for like 30 minutes, you are not getting 30 minutes of
No.
Yeah,
already
no.
Maybe
being there in
30
Doctor Doom.
seconds.
Yeah, it's probably going to be just like 2 or 3 minutes at the very end.
Now
Yeah,
watch,
like-
it'll be in the post-credits scene.
Yep, it'll be like a reverse Nick Fury from the first Iron Man. I'm here to assemble a league of villains.
You're part of a larger universe.
Or he'll start screaming, Hail Hydra.
That would
This
be
is
off-putting.
You mean like what Captain America did it in the comic books?
This is gonna be a shit show.
Again, that's why I'm not as sorry that I stopped reading Marvel comics.
That's why I'm not sorry I stopped reading comics in general.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
But on
I'll
a more
pick up a
positive note-
trade, but other than that,
oh sure, that's much different. But like
Yeah.
picking up a series just to like see what's
Yeah.
going on these days, no,
nope.
Ew.
no. Like-
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, man. So this is still a rumor, obviously.
Yeah.
Obvious, although it says Denzel is officially confirmed as Dormammu. No, he's not. Otherwise, it'd be in Variety, my friend.
Yeah.
But this is not the first time I've seen this week. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and run with this as a rumor that Sam Raimi is coming back for Doctor Strange 3. This is not the first time we've heard this. We've heard that he's been in talks, or Marvel's trying to be in talks with him to come back.
Yep.
And also that Clea would be coming back for part 3. All rumors that we've been hearing since the end of part 2. And I'm really hoping that they are starting to look true. Especially the fact that Raimi, yes, is coming back. I don't care so much about Clea. Like, this is going to take effect. Well, Clea might be at the end of Agatha. We'll see. Because she eventually betrays Steven, and she goes for the darkness.
Okay.
At least in a video game that I recall playing.
At least I played that in a video game once.
Yeah, she's Sorceress Supreme in one universe, or she tries to take his power to become Sorceress Supreme, something like that. But she screws Steven over. Evil. Mephisto
I like
will be involved.
Charlize. I'm pretty okay with that, but
Oh, sure. I'm really glad that Raimi will come back. If he really is coming back, I'm super happy because like he brought a whole lot of happiness for me to part 2.
I like part 2. I don't love it though. It's got some real issues.
it's got some real issues, and it's got the same issues that Spider-Man had with Endgame, where Marvel didn't tell about the snap. So instead of this having quote unquote the snap in Spider-Man, you have the blip because they omitted that information. In Doctor Strange 2, like it completely omits the fact that Wanda's rationally looking for her kids. Like they neglect to tell you that the Darkhold has possessed Wanda and turned her evil.
How dare they?
Yeah, like they either left some shit out or they didn't tell Sam Raimi everything that they were planning with Wanda. I don't know. It just, or he didn't know how the ending of WandaVision was going to go when they gave him the reins to use Wanda in Multiverse of Madness.
No!
Fuck you.
But Denzel, you know, that could be pretty interesting. I never thought I'd actually see him do like a comic book movie to be legit with everybody.
Oh, if they make his
he doesn't need it, but hey, if it gets him a nice paycheck.
Hey, man, that'd probably be one of his sickest roles or one of his sickest lines that he could give since Fallen. Like,
I love that fucking movie, dude.
Oh man.
Nobody ever talks about that one, and I'm like, that movie is pretty rad. You got to pay attention. If you pay enough attention to the movie, you can kind of see how it's going to end. But it got me because I wasn't paying attention. But by the end of the movie, you're fully enthralled, and you're like, oh shit, that's pretty fucking cool.
But yeah, I mean, everything about him in that movie, like, I want to see him as Dormammu. He would be awesome because he was dope as Azazel.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Mr. Marvel, Captain America, Brave New World has been receiving some very poor test screenings, everybody. So it's still not good. Is anybody shocked?
No.
Aaron, Chad, anybody watching chat? Shocked? I'm not.
What did they think was going to happen? Like,
they reshot this movie fucking 3 times or twice. So they've shot this movie like 3 times.
Take the Star of David off of that woman and see what happens. See if people like it. Like,
oh my god.
What
did they expect?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, were you gonna like re-edit this so many different ways that like at some point there was gonna be some fucking magical editing combination that it was gonna be cool?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
Like, man, they should. This is not good heading into like their Fantastic Four next year. It feels like, oh, hey, let's just finish putting out all of our shit products and just further alienate our fans that are still sticking around and give them even more mediocre to lame shit.
I mean, yeah, that's really what it feels like is still just getting out the last of that Phase 4 stuff. And it's like, I'm tired of it. I'm glad that, you know, Agatha's finally coming around. That's the only thing from Phase 4 that I was kind of like, all right, let's continue Wanda's story here. But this, I'm not that interested in Sam and Bucky anymore.
Yeah. No, they've screwed up Bucky. And Sam should have just been his own character. He was fine as Falcon. And from what I understand in the comics, he was very good as Falcon in the comic books. Never needed to be fucking Captain America.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's what I understand.
I was never a fan of Falcon in the comic books ever.
Okay.
I didn't like him until I saw Anthony Mackie play him in the movie, and then I was kind of like, yeah, that's a much cooler version of Falcon than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And he wasn't telepathically connected to birds.
No.
Right on.
Forgot about that. But no, he was kind of a hokier character and hokey looking. Like
Yeah.
could have come out of the back of a He-Man box. Was
Thundercats.
not that fucking interesting compared to the rest of the Avengers. You're like, all right, there, y'all. Like you're just trying to shoehorn people in there.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's very true.
I don't know. I'm glad they stuck with him and kept giving him better stories than what the character was initially given. But Anthony Mackie was a much better Falcon than what I remember Sam Wilson being in the comics.
Yeah.
For me personally, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Anthony Mackie as like a leading man. I mean, he ruined Altered Carbon season 2 as far as I was concerned. So I'm not that big a fan of him, but he's okay in bit roles. I don't think he's a top billing actor though. That's just my opinion. But speaking of mooning the audience, Marvel Studios has reportedly a really exciting idea for Moon Knight Season 2. Does anybody even care after Season 1? Oscar Isaac will also return as the character in the MCU. So Moon Knight's not done, everybody. They're going right back to it. They're trying to maybe reboot it a little bit. Now, I did watch a little bit of Moon Knight, and I found it incredibly stupid. I made it about 3 episodes in, and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And I like Egyptian stuff like that in Arabic. You know, that kind of world. So
I watched the pilot, and it was okay. It didn't get interesting until the very end.
yeah.
When you actually see him beating the bag off of all those guys in that, what was it, the bathroom?
Yeah, the bathroom.
Yeah. That looked cool. But otherwise, yeah, like it was kind of a slow pilot.
And the show, yeah, I never made it much further because I just was like, you know what? I like the Egyptian stuff, but this is incredibly fucking stupid.
That's too bad. That is too bad.
But, you know, if they're doing what they're doing with Daredevil, it sounds like they're starting all over again. And maybe their idea of season 2 is what they're doing with Peacemaker season 2 as well. But this is the Marvel version of, hey, we know that this didn't work the last time, but let's just put it in a different universe and just change shit. And people will forget about season 1.
He's mentioned in the first 2 episodes of Blade. They bring him up.
The TV show that we're covering next, yeah.
Yeah, they bring his name up in there. Oh, my they ask a question about werewolves, and this guy says, "Oh, my associate Mark Spector is more of a professional in that area." And I'm like, "Oh, it's Moon Knight." So, because he comes about in Werewolf by Night.
We're doing a little commercial at the moment. Blade TV show is our next podcast we're going to be recording during the week. So, everybody, if you like your Blade, those are our next 2 movies on our 0 Point reviews, and that is our next podcast episode covering Blade the TV show.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. Awesome. And in other news, new details for Spider-Man 4 have reportedly been revealed. There'll be multiple symbiotes in the film. There's a strong possibility that Toby and Andrew are back, and the film is slightly leaning towards a cosmic storyline rather than the street level. So, but there was another headline that announced that Michael Keaton was coming back as Vulture. So some of this could be interesting. I don't know, but it sounds like they're trying to do that symbiote stuff with Venom and whatnot.
Yeah, because they have to keep the symbiotes in the Sonyverse now, don't they? Like
there seems to be some sort of agreement going on. So they're trying to bring Tom Hardy and Venom into the Disney Marvel universe. So
okay,
makes sense that they finally signed something and that Tom Holland's now back on board with all that because he's coming back, and it's being set in as he's in college.
I'm okay with that. I didn't necessarily like the way that the last movie ended, but
right.
I mean, it is what it is. There's fucking wide open space for another movie to happen.
I just want Spider-Gwen. I'll be all right.
I don't.
Or Black Cat, Cindy Sweeney.
That I want. But that will end up being a Sony movie, I'm sure.
Yeah, very likely. Thank you for watching this clip from our Deadwire live streams every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Did you like this clip? If so, please make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned to all of our video content. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.